Seatbelts, everyone! Please let this be a normal field trip. With a friend? No way!
Cruising on down Main Street, you're relaxed and feeling good. Next thing that you know, you'll see it. The push in the neighborhood, surfing on the sound wave, swinging through the stars. Take a left at Juvenile Bugs, take your second right past Mars on the magic school bus. Navigator nostril, climb on the magic school bus. Make a plane turn two on our magic school bus. Drop the river of lava on the magic school bus. Such a fine thing to do. So strap your bones right to the seat. Come on in and don't be shy. Just to make your day complete. You might get baked into a pie on the magic school bus. Step inside, it's a wilder ride. Come on, ride on the magic school bus.
Type in your name and click the Go button when you're ready to play. Off to our adventure.
Our terrarium is just like a real forest, with rich soil and lots of plants. There's even some water for our bugs to take a bath.
Not a big plus if you're a stink bug.
Come on, ride on the magic school bus.
This is amazing camouflage. Can you tell where the leaves end and the leaf insect begins? These ants are marching one by one, taking these leaves back to their colony. That underwing moth has drab outer wings which help him blend into this tree. But look at the beautiful colors of his underwings. When he flashes them, the colors scare his predators away.
And they're off. The giant water bug has taken the lead, followed by the back swimmer. Yes, it's going to be close. But it looks like, yes, it is! The giant water bug is the winner.
If you want to get the buzz on bees and wasps, then read my report. To find out about these little stingers, just click on the pictures. Bees and Wasps by Ralphie. We know that bees are insects because they have 6 legs and 3 body parts. This big furry bumblebee, like all bees, is a strict vegetarian. Wasps and bees are good house builders. Their homes are made from different materials. This is a wax hive that wild honeybees built in a tree hole. These paper wasps make paper by chewing wood. They use the paper to build a nest for their babies. Wow! It looks just like a paper-mache basketball. These may look like mud tubes, but they're really nurseries for babies that will grow up to be organ-pipe mud dauber wasps. Wasps have big eyes and they can see all of the colors, except for green and red. It's a good thing they don't use traffic lights in wasp country. I thought that wasps and bees could bite until I discovered that their stingers are on their abdomens, not in their mouths. Bugs tend to stay away from wasps because they're fierce predators and eat other bugs. This bee didn't stand a chance. Wasps like meat, but it isn't their only meal. These yellow jackets, like most other wasps, also like to eat fruit. Lots of bugs eat by sucking the sap out of plants. It works for them, but if I slurped up my soup at home, I'd be in big trouble. Our meadow bugs will have a ball living in this terrarium. But Wanda, it looks like our team is short one player.
What do you mean, Ralphie?
There's a bug missing from our terrarium. I don't know how this could have happened.
Wanda here, reporting on What is a Bug? To find out more, click on the pictures. What is a Bug? By Wanda. crawly animals like this argiope spider are arachnids, not insects. Like insects, arachnids are arthropods. Their skin is their skeleton. However, arachnids are different from insects because they have 8 legs and only 2 body parts. They also don't have antennae or wings. Pill bugs are also not insects because they have more than 6 legs. Although the millipede is an arthropod, it has way too many legs to be an insect or arachnid. The word millipede means thousands of feet. Most kids call any small, creepy, crawly animal a bug. But to a scientist, a bug has to be an insect. Insects are arthropods, which means that their skins are their skeletons. All insects, like the stag beetle, have 6 jointed legs. They also have 3 body parts: the head, the middle, which is called the thorax, and the abdomen. They also have antennae and sometimes wings. Insects have compound eyes, made up of many 6-sided facets. Each facet sees a small part of the whole picture. It's like looking at hundreds of tiny puzzle pieces and fitting them all together to see the whole picture. It turns out that insects have some pretty large relatives, including this shrimp. They're called crustaceans. The crab is also a crustacean. Crustaceans are called bugs of the sea, even though there are no insects living in the ocean. Scorpions are arachnids. They have 8 legs and 2 body parts, and are therefore relatives of the spider. We've got enough flowers and plants in our meadow terrarium for the bugs to play their favorite game, hide and seek.
I guess they don't have enough room in there for baseball.
Does anyone know why the spider went to the travel agency?
It needed a vacation?
Close, Keisha. It wanted to see the World Wide Web.
Carlos, we've got just the right plants in here for our forest bugs, but I think one of them is missing.
I know, Keisha, but I'm trying not to let it bug me.
We run our terrarium like a first-class hotel. These bugs are our guests, and it's our job to meet their every need.
That's what I call room service.
Look at how well the orchid mantis blends right into that flower. Now that's what I call camouflage.
My report is all about the good, the bad, and the bizarre bugs. Click on the pictures to get started. The Good, the Bad, and the Bizarre by Carlos. Here's a close-up of a bug that nobody likes. Ask this guy what makes him tick, and he'll say 8 legs and sucking blood. That's why this sheep tick is not a welcome visitor. Farmers don't like to see potato aphids on their plants because they can destroy crops. But, on the other hand, ladybugs and lacewings love them for lunch. Dogs may hate fleas, but I think they're cool looking. Their long legs are definitely designed for jumping. Some bugs, like this ladybug larva, help us take care of our gardens. It eats the aphids that suck the life out of plants. This ladybug grub is enjoying an aphid dinner. This beautiful lacewing is another favorite of gardeners because both the babies and adults eat lots of aphids. People also love silkworms since they're so useful. Their silken cocoons are unraveled by humans and spun into cloth. Actually, silkworms aren't worms at all. They're baby silk moths. There are some bizarre-looking bugs in the world. This alligator or peanut bug found in the rainforest of Costa Rica could win a prize for being peculiar. Although this bug may look fierce, it's a gentle vegetarian. This little dust mite is definitely odd-looking. But don't worry, you'll never see one with your naked eye. It's so tiny, you need a microscope to get a good look at it. Yikes, this spike-headed katydid is so funny looking, I think he's cute. But to other bugs, his fierce look and color say keep away.
Bug Behaviors by me, Keisha. To find out more about the special talents of bugs, click on the pictures. Bug Behaviors by Keisha. Different bugs use different methods to get their food. The predaceous diving beetle larvae catch their prey by waiting with their long jaws wide open. When a tasty meal swims by, the larvae lunges forward, injects its victim with a digestive enzyme, and then sucks it down. This blue jacket dragonfly catches its prey by holding its bristly front legs together to form a basket. When a fly buzzes by, the dragonfly swoops down and scoops up the fly in mid-flight. The female Tortoise firefly catches male fireflies of other species by fooling them. The Tortoise female flashes the signal of a female from another firefly species, and this tricks the male into thinking she wants to mate. When the male flies down, the female Tortoise gobbles him up. Everybody knows that lots of bugs chew leaves, but did you know that many bugs actually help make fruit by pollinating flowers? Bugs visit flowers to get yummy pollen and nectar, but they also spread pollen from one flower to another. This helps create seeds, and seeds grow into fruits. Ants often live in large colonies. The colonies are made up of worker ants, army ants, babies, and a queen. These female worker ants are working together to catch food. The ants sweep through an area, outnumbering and overpowering their prey. These leaf-cutting ants are very well organized, as they work together to gather food for the colony. These awesome worker army ants have huge jaws for carrying food back to the nest and for protecting their queen. This queen ant is responsible for producing all the baby ants in her colony. She is much larger than the other ants in the colony.
I can't wait to enter our terrarium in the science fair. Before this project, I didn't even know what a terrarium was.
According to my research, a terrarium is a place for our bugs and plants. My research also says that ours is gonna win big. Isn't this amazing? It's an emperor dragonfly during his metamorphosis from nymph to adult. Some people think insects are gross and useless, but certain bugs can be very helpful. For example, ladybugs will eat up the aphids that like to suck on the vegetables in your garden. I know there were 5 bugs in our jungle terrarium, Arnold, and now there are only 4. They've got all the food and plants they need, so why would one of them want to leave?
I'll bet the mosquito is one bug that even Phoebe thinks is useless.
Then you're in for a surprise, Arnold. Lots of fish and birds eat mosquitoes, which makes them an important link in the food chain. They also...
Okay. The next time a mosquito bites me, I'll say thank you.
Hello. Bugs can crawl, bugs can fly, they live underground and in the sky. Sit on your nose, get in your head, those little bugs get everywhere. But what I'd love to know is where those little buggies go at night. Underneath the starry skies, do they close their eyes and say goodnight? Bugs can run, bugs can swim, bugs can do most anything. Live in the park, do as they please, walk on the grass and climb the trees. But what I'd love to know is where those little buggies go at night. Underneath the starry skies, do they close their eyes and say goodnight?
here, bugs go there. They sit on the porch and climb the stairs. Some bugs think they're movie stars and sit on the backseat of my car. But what I'd love to know is where those little buggies go at night. Underneath the starry skies, do they close their eyes and say goodnight? Bugs can crawl, bugs can fly, they live underground and in the sky. Sit on your nose, get in your head, those little bugs get everywhere. Those little bugs get everywhere. Those little bugs get everywhere.
The pond in our terrarium is a perfect home for these water bugs. But according to my records, Tim, we should have 5 bugs in here, and there are only 4. I can't imagine what's happened. According to my research, spiders are not insects, because real insects have only 6 legs, and spiders have 8.
I hope there's nothing around here that they ate.
Okay, does anyone know why the water strider has 4 long legs and 2 short ones?
My sources tell me that it uses 2 long legs for rowing and 2 long ones for steering through the water.
And that leaves 2 short front legs to hold its prey.
Not only is this lacewing beautiful and graceful, but it's a favorite of gardeners since it eats harmful aphids.
What's this? My finely tuned feelers tell me there's a bug missing from each of your terrariums. This may be a case of lizard larceny. But don't worry, we'll find those missing bugs and bring them back to their habitual habitats. And because the bugs we're looking for are so very small...
Oh no! More shrinking! I'm a growing boy. At this rate, I'll never make the basketball team.
Just click on the bus and away we go. As my Uncle Cyrus always says, there's nothing like a clipboard when you're on the bus to help you get where the going is good.
My report is about defense mechanisms. If you want to know more about how bugs keep other bugs from eating them, just click on a picture. Defense Mechanisms by Phoebe. Some bugs have a knack for mimicking other animals that scare predators away. Birds will eat a juicy caterpillar, but not one that rears up like a dangerous snake. This dronefly looks just like a honeybee. It even buzzes. Birds will leave it alone to avoid getting stung. Owl butterflies may look beautiful and gentle, but when they spread their wings, they have big spots that look just like a menacing owl's eyes. That's how they scare predators away. Bugs defend themselves in many different ways. Some use camouflage to hide from their predators. If you look closely at these leaves, you can see a walking leaf insect. It stays safe by blending into its environment. Predators use camouflage too. Can you find the mantis? Hiding on a flower by blending in with it is the perfect way for this orchid mantis to catch its dinner. Things aren't always what they seem. Take this walking stick, which spends its day hiding on a branch. It blends in so well that no one can see it. Some bugs use bright colors or other warning signs to ward off predators. This black and orange monarch butterfly uses its bright colors to advertise its bad taste. It's telling the birds, "You'd better not eat me." Stink bugs give off a foul smell when they are disturbed, warning predators that they are not a tasty meal. Underwing moths hide on tree bark with their wings closed until something bothers them. Then they flash their bright underwings and startle predators away.
I did my report on beetles. Just click on the pictures to find out more. Beetles by Arnold. It seems there's no end to the variety of beetles. In fact, there are more species of beetles than any other animal on Earth. These tough rhinoceros beetles live in Costa Rica. Doesn't this tortoise beetle look like a small turtle? It hides its legs under golden wings that are just like a shell. Check out this dung beetle. Believe it or not, that huge ball of dung he's rolling around is his dinner. Ever wonder why the fireflies' lights shine so bright? These beetles produce light in their abdomens. The light shines right through their transparent skin. Both male and female fireflies flash, but they use different signals. Males usually flash while flying, and females flash when they're on the ground. Some fireflies can synchronize their light patterns so that they all glow at the same time. When they land on a tree, they light it up, just like a Christmas tree. Even firefly larvae and grubs can glow, so it's no surprise that baby fireflies are called glowworms. Baby beetles like this June bug are called grubs. Although these babies eat plants and roots, many grubs can be hunters too. Like the adults, the diving beetle grubs can breathe air through their snorkel tails. Predaceous diving beetle grubs are such fierce predators that some people call them water tigers.
My report is about the life cycles of bugs. Just click on the pictures to find out more. Bug Life Cycles by Dorothy Ann. Many insects that grow up in the water have young that look completely different from the adults. They are known as nymphs. This dragonfly nymph is a fierce little baby. Stonefly nymphs have gills which they use to breathe underwater. When they get older, they crawl up onto a plant, split their skin, and an adult air-breathing stonefly emerges. Promethean moth babies are called larvae. Larvae also do not resemble their parents. They have to build a cocoon before they can hatch into a moth. This transformation is called complete metamorphosis. According to my research, juvenile bugs look like miniature adults. The only difference is they don't have their wings yet. This juvenile assassin bug has tiny wings, which are starting to develop. As the juvenile stink bug grows, it sheds its skin or molts. After each molt, the wings get bigger and bigger. Juveniles use color as a defense mechanism, just like adults. The bright yellow and black colors on this grasshopper juvenile are a signal to birds and other predators that he's not something they'd like to eat. Let's watch this monarch butterfly go through a complete metamorphosis. It begins life as an egg that hatches into a caterpillar. After growing larger and shedding its skin several times, the caterpillar suspends itself from a leaf, sheds its skin one last time, and changes into a chrysalis or pupa. During the next 10 days, the caterpillar's organs turn into a milky liquid inside the chrysalis, and new butterfly organs take their place. As this happens, the green chrysalis slowly becomes clear, and you can see the adult butterfly inside. The metamorphosis is complete when the new butterfly emerges from its chrysalis. When the butterfly first breaks out, its wings are crumpled and soft. After a couple of hours, the butterfly's wings expand and harden, and the butterfly flies away.
Flight by Tim. Click on the pictures to check out how bugs fly. Flight by Tim. Beetles fly by lifting their hard shields, called elytra, and then quickly flapping their fragile flight wings. Butterflies fly with a slower, gentle flap. Body size, wing size, shape, and speed determine if and how a bug flies. Monarch butterflies are one of the few insects that fly south for the winter, flying over 1,000 miles to Mexico, Florida, and California. Once they arrive, they live together in just a few trees. Most bugs, however, only travel far enough to find food. This swarm of insects darkening the sky contains millions of flying grasshoppers called locusts, searching for something to eat. Dragonflies are incredible flyers and often travel long distances. They fly so quickly that they surprise their prey. They can move straight up or down like a rocket, or hover and stop in midair like a helicopter. Wing, the kind of wings an insect has, helps determine the way it flies. Dragonflies' wings are ribbed with veins that make them strong. Their wings are connected directly to their flight muscles, giving them the power they need to fly up to 60 miles an hour. When a beetle wants to fly, it lifts up its pair of hard front wings and holds them out of the way. Then the beetle unfurls its back wings and uses them to fly. Lace wings have long, clear, transparent wings covered with veins. Although these wings look very fragile, lace wings are excellent flyers.
Class, we've no time to lose. To the bus! And don't forget our trusty clipboard. We'll be checking it for clues. You're in the driver's seat now. And just in case somebody asks you for a license, let's go pick one up. Before we can get this show on the road, you have to have a driver's license. Just click on the ladybugs to select the skin, hair, and features you want. Then, when you've got the perfect look, click on the back arrow and we'll be off. Now there's a truly fabulous face. Now that's what I call a face. That's an interesting look. Now there's a truly fabulous face. That's an interesting look. Now that's what I call a face. It's a snap to get where you're going. First, click on the steering wheel, and from there, you can go anywhere. To the back of the bus. Welcome to the back of the bus, where fantastic fun awaits you. Go ahead, click on a machine, and enjoy the widgets and experience the whatchamacallits. As my Uncle Busby always says, music makes the wheels go round. Click a button on this jukebox. There are some familiar artists to choose from, so let's get this bus humming.
Shoo fly, don't bother me. Spider, please hear my plea. Mosquito, please go away. I should have stayed home today.
There once was a bird who swallowed a fly. It tasted bad, but she gave it a try. I wonder why. There once was a bird who swallowed a spider that wriggled and tickled and jiggled inside her. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. It stuck in her throat, but she gave it a try. I wonder why. There once was a bird who ate a glowworm, a slimy thing that would make you squirm. She ate the worm to follow the spider. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. It made her feel sick, but she gave it a try. I wonder why. There once was a bird who ate a big bug. It made her so sick she rolled on the rug. She ate the big bug to catch the worm. She ate the worm to follow the spider. She ate the spider to catch the fly. She really was sorry she gave it a try. Oh me, oh my!
The jungle. Let's look for the bugs in the pond. We'll check out the forest and meadow. I don't care just as long as we go.
bitty spider was hiding on a leaf. Along came a cricket, the cricket came to grief. Down swooped a bird, quicker than the rain. Now the itsy bitty spider is part of the food chain.
Time to get wildly creative with our eco posters. You can choose a ready-made background, or you can paint your own. Click on the one you want, then we'll get started. Ah, I see you've decided to paint your own background. Click on the paint bucket you want, then click on the picture to fill in the color. There are lots of stickers you can choose. If you want to add some bugs from the habitat, just click on a bug in the wild, and a sticker of that bug will show up here. Have fun! You can erase the last sticker you added by clicking on your eraser. To make your stickers larger or smaller. you really ready to start over? Yes. Introducing the E for Excellence Experiment Machine. Click on the arrows to make your selection, then click the Go button. Give it a try, and my, oh my. There's no doubt about it. Insects are frequent flyers. How do they do it? They've got the right wings, the right body, and the right wing speed to get them going. Your job is to pick the perfect combination to get this bug off the ground. Just click on the wing speed, wing type, and body you want to try, and then click on the throttle. Okay, give it a whirl. Congratulations! That Bumblebee has everything it needs to fly like a pro. It's going to take a bit more work to get this Bumblebee off the ground. Try a different combination of wings and their speed. It's going to take a bit more work to get this Bumblebee off the ground. Try a different combination of wings and their speed. The flight of this bee may not last very long. How about trying different wings or a different speed? The flight of this bee may not last very long. How about trying different wings or a different speed? The flight of this bee may not last very long. How about trying different wings or a different speed? It's going to take a bit more work to get this Bumblebee off the ground. Try a different combination of wings and their speed. The flight of this bee may not last very long. How about trying different wings or a different speed? The flight of this bee may not last very long. How about trying different wings or a different speed? The flight of this bee may not last very long. How about trying different wings or a different speed? It's going to take a bit more work to get this Bumblebee off the ground. Try a different combination of wings and their speed. The flight of this bee may not last very long. How about trying different wings or a different speed? This little bee got off the ground, but it may be headed for a crash landing. This little bee got off the ground, but it may be headed for a crash landing. No blue skies for this little bee, but Liz is sure a happy camper. Good job! This little honeybee can buzz off perfectly to wherever it would like to go. This little bee got off the ground, but it may be headed for a crash landing. This little bee got off the ground, but it may be headed for a crash landing. No blue skies for this little bee, but Liz is sure a happy camper. This little bee got off the ground, but it may be headed for a crash landing. This little bee got off the ground, but it may be headed for a crash landing. This little bee got off the ground, but it may be headed for a crash landing. No blue skies for this little bee, but Liz is sure a happy camper. This little bee got off the ground, but it may be headed for a crash landing. Looks like this moth is grounded. Ooh, and gulped. Moth takeoff completed, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty rough flight. Try a different combination of wings and their speed. Looks like this moth is grounded. Ooh, and gulped. Moth takeoff completed, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty rough flight. Try a different combination of wings and their speed. Look at that Luna moth fly. He's really got what it takes, thanks to you. Moth takeoff completed, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty rough flight. Try a different combination of wings and their speed. Looks like this moth is grounded. Ooh, and gulped. Moth takeoff completed, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty rough flight. Try a different combination of wings and their speed. Moth takeoff completed, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty rough flight. Try a different combination of wings and their speed. Moth takeoff completed, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty rough flight. Try a different combination of wings and their speed. Looks like this moth is grounded. Ooh, and gulped. Looks like this moth is grounded. Ooh, and gulped. This small moth needed a bit more help before taking to the sky. Lucky for Liz. This small moth is off the ground, but a bit on the wobbly side, I'm afraid. Try a different combination to get all systems go. This small moth needed a bit more help before taking to the sky. Lucky for Liz. This small moth is off the ground, but a bit on the wobbly side, I'm afraid. Try a different combination to get all systems go. This small moth is off the ground, but a bit on the wobbly side, I'm afraid. Try a different combination to get all systems go. This small moth is off the ground, but a bit on the wobbly side, I'm afraid. Try a different combination to get all systems go. Wow! What a spectacular flight for this tiger moth! Nice job! This small moth is off the ground, but a bit on the wobbly side, I'm afraid. Try a different combination to get all systems go. This small moth is off the ground, but a bit on the wobbly side, I'm afraid. Try a different combination to get all systems go. This small moth is off the ground, but a bit on the wobbly side, I'm afraid. Try a different combination to get all systems go. This small moth needed a bit more help before taking to the sky. Lucky for Liz. This small moth needed a bit more help before taking to the sky. Lucky for Liz. That's one big, sad dragonfly who just became Liz's lunch. This big dragonfly gets an E for effort, but I'm sure he could do a lot better with the right body parts. That's one big, sad dragonfly who just became Liz's lunch. That's one big, sad dragonfly who just became Liz's lunch. This big dragonfly gets an E for effort, but I'm sure he could do a lot better with the right body parts. This big dragonfly gets an E for effort, but I'm sure he could do a lot better with the right body parts. That's one big, sad dragonfly who just became Liz's lunch. That's one big, sad dragonfly who just became Liz's lunch. That's one big, sad dragonfly who just became Liz's lunch. My, oh my! Look at that darner dragon! Why, you put together a great flight plan for this one. That's one big, sad dragonfly who just became Liz's lunch. That's one big, sad dragonfly who just became Liz's lunch. I think this small dragonfly needed some work, but too late now. I think this small dragonfly needed some work, but too late now. I think this small dragonfly needed some work, but too late now. I think this small dragonfly needed some work, but too late now. Aha! I'm getting a bit dizzy watching this one try to fly. Better check your parts. Aha! I'm getting a bit dizzy watching this one try to fly. Better check your parts. I think this small dragonfly needed some work, but too late now. I think this small dragonfly needed some work, but too late now. Aha! I'm getting a bit dizzy watching this one try to fly. Better check your parts. Aha! I'm getting a bit dizzy watching this one try to fly. Better check your parts. I think this small dragonfly needed some work, but too late now. This skimmer dragonfly is having the flight of her life, and you put her up there. Nice going. Chance you've been waiting for to try your hand at building your very own bug. Go ahead and select a body, some legs, and some wings if you want them. Then click on the lever to see your creation. There's no telling what you may come up with. So take chances, make mistakes, and most of all, have fun! How can that be? It's a real oddity. That's one bogus bug you put together. It's just as we feared. This bug is really weird. Wow! You've given that flying ant plenty of wing power. Well done. Good going. My Aunt Cecilia would be proud of your ant. My Aunt Cecilia would be proud of your aunt. How can that be? It's a real oddity. Very unique, I feel. But is it real? That's one bogus bug you put together. I have to admit, that one really bugs me. Very unique, I feel. But is it real? How can that be? It's a real oddity. I have to admit, that one really bugs me. It's just as we feared. This bug is really weird. You did it! A tropical walking stick it is. Ever wonder who would get trounced if you put a fierce yellow jacket and a tough ambush bug together? Well, here's your chance to pair off some bugs and animals and see who comes out on top. To choose your contenders, click each box until you find the two you want. Then, click on the bell and watch them come out swinging and stinging. That ambush bug's great camouflage wins this one. That yellow jacket didn't even see it. The Argiope's web got the best of that ambush bug. The ambush bug is an easy target for that much larger shrew. Lucky this Io moth didn't sit on the flower, so it gets away. The Bombardier Beetle wins this one with its harmful spray. The ambush bug's camouflage didn't work this time. Luckily for that ambush bug, his colors help him blend into that flower, so it's hard for the bird to see him. This Shrewd Shrew eats bugs and spiders, too. Io tips the scale and wins this one by losing a few scales off its wings. The Argiope never had a chance with a Bombardier Beetle's caustic spray. That Argiope was a tasty treat for that bird. That yellow jacket sting is too much for a tiny hyperactive shrew. Those haunting eyes of the Io moth scare this little shrew. Pop goes the weasel. Oh, I mean, pop, and there goes the shrew. After one taste, that bird becomes shrewd enough never to taste a shrew again. Yellow jackets only bother Io moths when they're caterpillar kids. Yellow jackets aren't interested in the adults. Io tips the scale. Worse than hot pepper spray in your eyes, the Bombardier Beetle wins this one. A startled scare from the Io moth's big eyes, and the bird takes to the skies. The bird gets a nasty Bombardier bird bath and is out of here. Fireflies use light to signal each other. Each species has its own language of love. But the males and females don't always say the same thing. If just the right signals are made, the two fireflies will live happily ever after. But if signals are crossed, they'll either go their separate ways or the would-be groom becomes a meal. Your job is to find the different patterns that go together. Click on the male and female to choose a light pattern for each, then flip the switch to see what happens. Well, it looks like these two don't speak the same language. Their light patterns don't attract each other at all. Well, it looks like these two don't speak the same language. Their light patterns don't attract each other at all. Oh, well, it looks like these two don't speak the same language. Their light patterns don't attract each other at all. What a happy couple! These two are the same species, and their light patterns are the perfect mix. You've got a real future as a matchmaker. That female firefly really fooled that lovesick male. Looks like this was his last performance. Well, it looks like these two don't speak the same language. Their light patterns don't attract each other at all. What a happy couple! These two are the same species, and their light patterns are the perfect mix. You've got a real future as a matchmaker. Well, it looks like these two don't speak the same language. Their light patterns don't attract each other at all. Oh, well, it looks like these two don't speak the same language. Their light patterns don't attract each other at all. well, it looks like these two don't speak the same language. Their light patterns don't attract each other at all. Oh, well, it looks like these... Oh, well, it... couple. These two are the same species, and their light patterns are the perfect mix. You've got a real future at... Welcome to the game machine, where you can add games you collect out in the wild. You can come here whenever you like and play your games again and again. Looks no new games here yet. You've got to head into the wild to find them. As I always say, there's only one way to get the inside scoop on being a bug, and that's to become one. Just click on the arrows to pick a kid and an insect to morph together. Then click the button and watch what happens. No new games here yet. You've got to head into the wild to find them. That steering wheel won't steer you wrong. Click on it and then choose your destination.
I'm the Jitterbug. I know all the moves, and I'm here to jigger up fabulous facts for you-know-who. Fact number 1, here goes. The water strider can skate over the pond so lightly that it never even gets wet.
Use this clipboard to get clues about the missing bugs by clicking on the question marks in the nets. There are 4 bugs to find that are missing from their terrariums. Remember, there are 4 habitats to explore, and there's a missing bug in each one. From the surface, you'll see it hanging down, breathing through its tail as it swims around. You'll find this creature with something it has found, and that it's very devoted to rolling around.
Forest.
Its front wings harden into a shell to protect the other wings that fly so well. Look for a flyer with the same colors seen by young trick-or-treaters on Halloween. Near the surface, that's where it will be, skinny and long as can be. Walking backward is what this beetle likes to do. Watch out, or it surely will bump into you. This beetle can tell when you are near. Its antennae look just like rabbit ears. After a bird takes one poisonous bite, this bug's colorful wings are an unwelcome sight. A scorpion on land has the same name, but the one in the water is a lot more tame. It needs what everyone else throws away. This beetle makes good use of dung every day. Look for a bug whose name is a lie, because it really hatches in the month of July. This butterfly should wear a special crown and ring. Its name means the same as queen or king. You can turn the music off or on with the click of this button. There's nothing like the right tool for the job. Click a tool if you want to know more about it. Click this guide on a bug for close inspection. Each bug you click goes into your collection. When you're out in the wild and you see a bug you need to get, capture it by clicking on it with this net. Some bugs you see will be more clear when you use this tool to bring them near. This is the right place to rearrange your face. Click the place where insects roam. We'll visit them at their home. Our school. I'm all for the forest. And away we go!
Does the forest have a lot of bugs that bite?
Only when they're hungry, Arnold.
I knew I should have brought some extra lunch.
Welcome to the fabulous forest where bugs bounce about in the sun and shade. Grab a net and you've got it made. Like my old coach always said, let's take it outside. I'm so glad to see you feasting your eyes on the forest. If you're doing some detective work, you just might want to check the terrarium for clues. Click this net on any bug you need to catch. If you're lucky, it'll be a match.
The red admiral belongs to a group called the brush-footed butterflies because its front legs are like little brushes. I tried to get close to one of them, but it gave me the brush off.
Just before it becomes a moth, the Polyphemus Caterpillar lives inside a beautiful silken cocoon.
That about wraps it up. If you ever get the feeling you're being watched like a hawk, it just might be the robber fly. When he sees something he likes, he'll take off after it, and then zap!
The Polyphemus Moth has one giant eye spot on each wing, and you can see right through it.
Until he blinks.
I wonder what my friends will say when I tell them I morphed into a Luna moth. They'll probably think I'm a lunatic.
Red admiral larvae actually eat stinging nettle plants. Humans can only eat stinging nettles if we cook them so that the stinging hairs wilt.
I'll pass, thank you.
What did the runaway bug say when he was captured in the forest?
Let me go?
I promised to turn over a new leaf. My report is all about the good, the bad, and
They've come out swinging. And on the left side of the branch, we have Dangerous Dan the Stag Beetle. Look how he's put the lock on the intruder. Down he goes. Yes, he's out for the count. Some ground beetles have long, narrow heads so they can reach inside a snail's shell to gobble it up.
they're really ahead of the game.
I know there are zillions of bugs around here, but they're very hard to see. They blend in so well with all of the shades of green and brown in the forest.
This is a great place for someone green to hide out. Bug Behaviors by me. At the beginning of spring, the morning cloak butterfly comes out of hibernation to sip the sap dripping from the trees.
And how delightfully delicious sipping sap really is. When spring's in the air, there's food everywhere.
That nest under the ground used to belong to a mouse. Now it's the winter home of the queen bumblebee. She seems happy there, but you'd think royalty could afford something better. The June bug has front wings that harden into a shell and protects the delicate wings that it uses to fly. When it's in the air, the June bug holds the shell up and away.
Up, and away!
What's that sound?
It's the cicadas. They make that sound by vibrating a part of their body that's like a drum.
Don't they ever take a break? I mean, they just go on and on and on.
Help this worker ant get through the maze and bring food to her queen. Just click ahead of her or use your arrow keys to make her go. The ant needs to pick up all food and bring it to the queen. Look out for the shortcuts, but remember to keep an eye out for ant-eating bugs and other surprises. Need help? Click on the question mark. Good luck! You made it through the maze. You're truly amazing. Yes, there's no stopping you. Fantastic! Great job getting food to the queen. You made it through the maze. You're truly amazing. Yes, there's no stopping you. Great job. Fantastic! Great job getting food to the queen. made it through the maze. Yes, there's no stopping you. Fantastic! Great job getting food to the queen. It through the maze. You're truly amazing. Great job on the easy level. Ready to try the medium level? Come back soon to the amazing ant maze.
You've got to be very patient if you're a dome-weaving fighter waiting for a meal to come by. But patience is usually rewarded.
Get ready to decorate your poster. There are plenty of stickers here for you to choose from. If you want to add some bugs from the habitat, it's simple. Click on a bug in the wild, and a sticker of that bug will show up here. Have fun! To make your stickers larger or smaller. Are you really ready to start over?
That snowy tree cricket is rubbing its wings together to make music. It's like she's playing the violin. One wing is a bow, and the other is like a string.
Bugs that live in the forest are surrounded by food. Many of them eat leaves, and some even chew on the roots of trees. They're green gourmets, like me.
Get clues about the missing bug in this habitat by clicking on the question marks in the nets. This bug isn't missing, though I'll say it could live here anyway. Maybe you should choose to check your clues. Some bugs you see will be more clear when you use this tool to bring them near.
That's a fine net you have there. Tennis, anyone?
I'm having a great time here. Maybe I'll go back to school with you later. We have a red Admiral Butterfly in here already. Thanks very much.
This bug would get along here well, but it's not the one, so far as I can tell. I suggest you use your clues.
This robber fly's already having a grand time hunting in our terrarium.
Hey, I'm a boy, not a bug.
There is a ground beetle in here. I just got a whiff.
bug would get along here well, but it's not the one so far as I can tell. I suggest you use your clues. This bug isn't missing, though I'll say it could live here anyway. Maybe you should choose to check your clues.
No thanks. We've already got one of those in our terrarium.
This bug isn't missing, though I'll say it could live here anyway. Maybe you should choose to check your clues.
Thanks anyway. But our dome weaving spider is right here. Although she does seem a little dizzy from all that weaving around.
Hurrah for the forest! It's where bugs galore live up in the trees and down on the floor.
That's a very nice net. But at my old school, we use nets on bugs, not people.
This bug would like it here, you know, but here's not the place where it should go. So if you want to know what's what, check out the clues that you've got.
I don't think metallic boring beetles are boring at all. In fact, they're so colorful that people in Asia wear them as jewelry.
If you want to see a factory in action, look at a paper wasp. They chew little bits of wood which they mix with their saliva, and presto, they spit out paper. Honeybees live all together in a colony. The queen, the drones, and the workers. The female worker bees fly in and out of the hive, bringing pollen and nectar to everyone. Honeybees live...
The Sphinx Moth is named after its caterpillar stage, when it looks a lot like an Egyptian sphinx. The Sphinx Moth...
Admiral Butterfly got its name Admiral because of the stripes on its wings. To add more bugs to your collection, click on other bugs in this habitat. To print them out, just click the print button. Beetles are called stay.
Choose a place to click. That'll do the trick. Meet you at the meadow. Let's burn some rubber.
I love to skip through the meadow with the wind in my hair.
We're almost there. I'm so glad you've chosen to visit the magnificent meadow with its multitude of meandering bugs. Time to get out and walk about.
The Milkweed Beetle has the same colors as the Monarch Butterfly. I guess this is supposed to tell predators like me that they both taste really bad.
Attaboy, Arnold. Bright colors on insects usually say, we're not good to eat, so stay away.
Wow, bugs do see the world a lot differently than we do. Your job is to change this picture so that we humans can see it too. To play, click on each puzzle piece until the right one appears. To get you started, we'll change some pieces for you. Ready? Let's play Bug's Eye View. Looking good. Now I get the picture. So that's what that was. Great job! Great! That's a real people's eye view you have there. So that's what that was. Great job! Looking good. Now I get the picture. That's a real people's eye view you have there. Looking good. Now I get the picture. That's a real people's eye view you have there. Looking good. Now I get the picture. You completed every picture on the easy level. Would you like to try the medium level? See you next time!
That
Monarch Butterfly is wearing the same colors we see on the scariest night of the year. Most bugs that live in the meadow are real good flyers. Our missing bug could be miles away by now.
What bug would want to leave this meadow, Ralphie? With all these flowers, it's such a perfect habitat. Everybody likes ladybugs, except the aphids and other garden pests that they eat.
If you want to get the buzz on bees and wasps,
I didn't have to do much research to discover that this meadow is a great habitat for butterflies and moths. With so many flowers here, they can feed on all the nectar they want. I like butterflies because they're brightly colored and usually fly during the day. But I like moths too because if I want to see them fly, I get to stay up late. That potter wasp's nest looks like a clay pot.
On target observation, Dorothy Ann. The potter wasp is also called the mud dauber because it builds its nest by dabbing mud, just a little at a time.
that's one mosquito-eating machine. That dragonfly's even got a basket he makes with his legs so he can carry his lunch.
I've heard of eating on the run. This fellow eats on the fly.
Tiger beetles who live in the forest are bright green, but the ones that live here in the meadow are brown to blend in.
Yes, Ralphie, there's nothing to fear when you know how to disappear. These bugs can be very hard to see. They use camouflage so effectively.
If I was on a track and field team, I'd want a grasshopper like this one to jump the long jump for my team. It can leap more than 200 times its own length.
That Argyle spider just wrapped up a grasshopper to save it for dinner.
So that's who invented sandwich bags. Each kind of grasshopper has its own song, which it uses to attract females of the same kind.
Not my kind of music, but if grasshopper girls like it.
One bug you really want to identify right away is the stink bug. Just look for the triangle on its back.
And then get out of there before things really start to stink.
Wherever there are lots of plants and flowers, you'll find lots of insects. They pollinate the plants and eat the seeds, buds, and leaves.
How wonderfully wise of you, Wanda. In the natural world, all the creatures and plants give and take, eat and are eaten. They all work as one to get the job done.
The crab spider can change its color to match any flower, but it takes 24 hours for the spider to change.
It takes Miss Frizzle 2 seconds to change us into anything she wants.
There's more to the meadow than meets the eye. Look around. Give adventure a try.
It would be hard for even me, Arnold the ambush bug, to sneak up on a cricket. That's because they all have 2 feelers called cerci in back so they can feel you coming. Now that I'm an ambush bug, it seems that I can scare the daylights out of insects twice my size. I could get used to this.
Ladybugs, but we already have our share.
Thanks, but one of these is already making its home in our terrarium.
Yes, this would be a good home for this one, but it isn't missing when all is said and done. If you want to find out more, that's what the clues are for.
If you want to play badminton, you'll need a bigger net.
According to my research, that butterfly net is a very useful tool, but not on me.
This bug might stay here, it is true, but it's not the one we need from you. To find out why, give your clues a try.
I think 2 stink bugs would be more than we could handle in our terrarium.
This bug might stay here, it is true, but it's not the one we need from you. To find out why, give your clues a try. This bug could move right in today, but it's not missing. So what shall I say? For the latest news, check your clues.
I know I'm a good catch, but I think it's a bug that you're after.
Yes, this would be a good home for this one, but it isn't missing when all is said and done. If you want to find out more, that's what the clues are for.
Thanks for the field, Cricket, but we've got one already.
This bug could move right in today, but it's not missing. So what shall I say? For the latest news, check your clues.
Since ants love to eat the honeydew made by aphids, they will actually protect them from their main predators, the lacewings.
Lacewings are gardeners' best friends because they love to eat the aphids that attack their plants.
Since ants love... These little aphids are constantly sucking sap out of plants and then excreting it out their rear ends. It's called honeydew, and ants find it very tasty.
Katydids are longhorn crickets with big wings that they fold into triangles. I think they look like big leaves.
And farmers like ladybugs because ladybugs eat the aphids that destroy plants.
To view the other cards you've collected, click on the arrows.
Your click is my command. Freshwater pond. Here we come. Wahoo!
What did the river say to the pond?
What, Carlos?
You're all way.
Welcome to the freshwater pond, where you can get wet while you're going wild. This place is just buzzing with bugs. Time to get out and walk about.
This diving beetle has a nifty way of swimming underwater. He carries a bubble under his wings that lasts for 48 hours. My research has revealed that this giant water bug can actually kill and eat a fish. It helps when you have a sharp, pointed beak and hooks on your front legs to hold the fish still. That's one tough bug. Even though he can be fierce, he's a very gentle dad. After the mom lays her eggs, he takes care of them until they hatch.
So tell me, how did the baby mayfly get its name?
Because it was born in May?
Close, because when it grows up, it may fly. How long can an insect...
You've got to be fast on the draw to catch the way this dragonfly moves. Just look how it hovers in the air, like a helicopter.
Fishing spiders could sit for hours on a lily pad, waiting for just the right food to swim by.
Amazing! A spider that's willing to sit still for its portrait. So many places for a missing bug to hide. It's got to be here somewhere. This bug is called a water scorpion because it has a long tail like a real scorpion. But the water scorpion uses its tail for breathing, not for stinging.
Becoming a mosquito is no easy job. First, the mom lays her eggs on the surface of the water. Then the eggs turn into larvae. The larvae turn into pupas, and the pupas turn into mosquitoes.
And I thought it was hard turning in my homework.
When the sun sets, male mayflies swarm out of the water and try to attract females by dancing over the pond.
Those mayfly dancers are real romancers.
Mayflies are the only...
Does anyone know the difference between a dragonfly and a damselfly?
Dragonflies breathe fire and damselflies don't.
The damselfly folds its wings over its abdomen when it's resting, and the dragonfly holds its wings straight out. See that underwater caterpillar with an extra long tail? It's really a rat-tailed maggot. It uses...
With their 4 eyes, whirligig beetles can see below and above the water at the same time. I guess they don't miss much.
Good observation, Wanda. Like my Uncle Citrus used to say, keep your eyes peeled or you'll end up as a meal.
Right now, this rat-tailed maggot is wallowing in the mud, but when it grows up, it'll be a hoverfly and sip nectar from flowers. What a transformation! The rat-tailed maggot pushes its tail out just like a telescope, reaching for fresh air instead of the stars.
Welcome to Bugs Are It, the game show with fabulous prizes that will make you richer than chocolate fudge. I'm your host, Bugsy the Drone. Before you get started, you gotta sign in. Anybody got a problem with that? Just kidding. So, tell me, what'll it be? A 1-player game or a 2-player game? Okay, that's the way you want it. Okay, here's how it goes. We got a payload of nectar and prizes that are all worth trying for. You click a panel on the board, I ask you a question, and then you give me an answer. Simple, no problem. A right answer gets the prize, a wrong answer, and you gotta try again, buddy. Got it? Go ahead, click a panel. Here's a question, coming at you. Who do you think is the best jumper in this group? No, that's not the right answer. Okay, let's get on with it. Try another one. Here comes another one. His eye spots can scare off predators. What's his name? That's it. You're so smart. It's getting to really bug me. The owl butterfly has spots that make him look like a big-eyed bad guy hiding in the bushes. But he doesn't scare me. And here's what you want. 75 nectar. Let's move it. Pick another one. Here comes another one. This bug blends into the forest so predators will leave it alone. Get my drift? Who is it? You Este, the leaf butterfly looks just like... What else? A leaf. Louie, you're on. Yeah, Bugsy, our clever contestant can start packing now for a memory-making tropical vacation at the Happy Face Spider Jungle Inn. Okay, wise guy, time for the next question. Another one coming your way. Can you pick the real scorpion out of this bunch? I know that. The other guys might have fooled you, but this guy is the only genuine real scorpion. Hey, Louie, tell us what this whiz kid has won. Our ace player has just picked up 125 nectar. Come on, time to pick another panel. Here's another one coming at you. Can you find the real bee here? No, that's not the right answer. Let's pick a new question. Here comes another one. Which one of these water lovers has the longest snorkel? Bullseye! What a sharpshooter. The rat-tailed maggot has a snorkel tail that can measure up to 3 inches long. Cute, huh? And here's what you want. 75 nectar. Let's move it. Pick another one. Here's another one coming at you. Which one of these bugs can light up at night? No, that's not the right answer. Okay, let's get on with it. Try another one. Another one coming your way. Which one of these guys has the longest tongue? No, that's not the right answer. Let's pick a new question. Okay, this is it. The final question. Here's another one coming at you. Which one of these smart guys can make paper? No, that's not the right answer. Ooh, you missed the last question. And that's it for this game. Let's see how many nectars you got. Do you want to play the game again? That's all for now, folks. But join us again soon for another round of Bugs Are It, or else you gotta deal with me.
Baby mayflies are called nymphs, and being a mayfly nymph just may be the strangest thing that's ever happened to me. I wouldn't mind being a dragonfly. They're truly the acrobats of the air. They can fly backwards, hover like a helicopter, or stop short in midair.
There's no end to the way insects hop and crawl and glide and swim and dive and jump. This pond is an ocean of insects' locomotion.
Look at that water strider go. No wonder they're called pond skaters.
Does anyone know the difference between a dragonfly and a damselfly?
Dragonflies breathe fire and damselflies don't.
The damselfly folds its wings over its abdomen when it's resting, and the dragonfly holds its wings straight out. There are 40,000 species of spiders in the world, but the diving bell spider is the only one that hunts, mates, and builds a nest, all inside an underwater diving bell.
Side swimmers like to eat leftovers that fall to the floor of the pond. My dog Zoomer likes leftovers that fall to the floor of the kitchen.
Springtails have a special way to escape danger. They have a tail spur that's folded against their belly. When they release it, it springs free and shoots them high into the air.
Up it springs and down it goes. And where it stops, nobody knows.
It's odd but true that the back swimmer swims upside down using its fuzzy hind legs as oars.
This bug could live here without a doubt, but it's not the one all the fuss is about. No time to lose. Better check your clues. This bug isn't missing or anything like that. Time to check your clues. This bug isn't missing from the science fair, though I'm sure it would have a good time there. Any news from your clues?
I'm afraid a diving beetle already lives here.
Hey, thanks a lot. It's great to have our water scorpion hanging around again.
It's a fine and dandy day because it's time to give away our Master Bug Inspector Certificate. 1 bug down and 3 to go.
Hey, thanks a lot. It's great to have our water scorpion hanging around again. Living in a terrarium's not my picture of the good life. I think I'll stay right here.
No need to use your net here. You've already found the bug missing from this terrarium. No need to use your net here. You've already found the bug missing from this terrarium.
That's a butterfly net, not a hair net. Besides, I like wearing my hair this way. I don't think this mayfly is among the missing. She's at home right here.
No need to...
Look how that dragonfly nymph propels itself by squirting water out of its rear end. According to my inquiries, this nymph will shed its skin several times before it turns into a dragonfly.
I jumped out of my skin once when Miss Frizzle gave us a surprise quiz.
If you think you see a mosquito but you don't hear any buzzing, you're probably looking at a crane fly. Crane flies are also called mosquito hawks. Not because all their legs look alike. To view the other cards you've collected, click on the arrows.
Choose a place to click. That'll do the trick. The jungle's just divine. Go for it!
What can you tell us about the jungle, Miss Frizzle?
Now that's an interesting topic of conversation. Welcome to the jungle, a lush and luxurious home for bugs who like tropical temperatures. Time to get out and walk about.
The praying mantis is very useful in the garden because it eats so many destructive insects. It can crunch grasshoppers, crickets, and even small birds in its strong jaws.
I wonder if it's ever tried Jawbreaker bubblegum.
The praying mantis may look like... That bird had a good scare when the owl butterfly flashed its eye spots.
Those enormous eyes look like they belong to a fierce predator, like me, not a helpless butterfly.
Wow, isn't that beautiful? That Morpho butterfly sparkles with color. You can see that blue shining from nearly a mile away.
So, if I got lost in the jungle, I could send out a butterfly beacon?
Bet your books, Arnold. When the sunshine glimmers, then the Morpho shimmers.
I've seen so many shades of green, any bug pretending to be a leaf would never come to grief.
Arnold, you're rhyming!
I didn't mean to rhyme that time. Oh no, I've never done this before. Please, no more!
There's every kind of bug you can imagine in the jungle. From teeny tiny like the biting midge to big and strong.
Like me.
Let's see. Insects have 6 legs, spiders have 8 legs, and centipedes have up to 354 legs. Enough legs for all of them. So I guess centipedes aren't really insects.
You're right, Keisha. This bug is not an insect. But isn't it fantastic the way the centipede wends its way, walking in waves on the forest floor?
Assassin bugs are bloodsuckers. Some attack other bugs, and some go after mammals, including people.
How gruesome!
And I'm talking about their nice side.
Click beetles aren't easy to catch. They're the acrobats of the insect world. They can flip themselves into the air.
With an act like that, they could be in show business. Even though the bite of an assassin bug won't kill you, it could be very painful or even give you a disease.
Have you told us everything, or are you holding something back, Keisha?
Well, there is the bit about them climbing into your shoes. Just kidding, Arnold. It's a bug-eat-bug world out there, and now you've got a chance to help with the hunting. Click the bugs on the plants to make them gobble up the flying bugs. Try to zap all those flying bugs before your time runs out. But be careful, some of the bugs on the plants don't eat other bugs, so you need to figure out which are the right ones to click. If you need help, click the question mark. Happy hunting! You got him! Nice catch! You got him! Way to go! of those flying bugs. They'll slow you down a bit. Level looks easy. Ready to try the medium level? Come back again soon. More bugs live in the jungles than anywhere else in the world.
Then our missing bug has got to be here somewhere.
Check out the long antennae on this longhorn beetle. Some longhorn beetles have antennae that are 5 times as long as their bodies.
Even Hercules can't compete with that.
Fireflies don't shine their lights just for the fun of it. They're actually talking to each other.
Whatever they're saying, it's over in a flash. It's great being a fantastically strong Hercules beetle. If anybody challenges me, I'd lock my spiny horns around him and flip him over.
Just like flipping a pancake, right, Ralphie?
Yeah, pass me the syrup. I wouldn't want to play tag with a walking stick. They're too hard to see.
That's why they can sit right next to a hungry lizard and never get caught. Bird-eating spiders go hunting in the trees at night. They can catch small birds, lizards, and even snakes. No waiting for the safe return of the praying mantis, since it's still right here.
This bug would surely be welcome to stay, but it isn't the one that we're missing today. Looking for news? Check your clues. This bug would surely be welcome to stay, but it isn't the one that we're missing today. Looking for news? Check your clues.
When I go back to school, I'll take the bus, thank you.
This bug would be...
So you brought back our Dung Beetle. Thanks a lot.
Stand tall and get ready to receive your daring detective diploma. You stand out from the crowd. You should be proud. You found 2 of the missing bugs.
Apartment. Penthouse apartment, yes. A terrarium's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Hercules wasn't the type to live in a fish tank, and neither am I.
No need to use...
Look at those cute biting midges.
How can you say that, Phoebe? Biting midges are so small they can fly through mosquito netting and bite you over and over and over again.
For your information, Arnold, biting midges pollinate cocoa trees that give us cocoa and chocolate. What do you think of them now?
Well, I guess my sweet tooth is worth a few little bites.
The ancient Mayans must have been smart chocolate makers. They planted their cocoa trees near rivers so that midges living nearby could pollinate the flowers on the tree. Termites live in large colonies with up to 2 million of them in one giant nest.
And I thought the school lunchroom was crowded.
Most mosquitoes don't carry diseases, but the malaria mosquito does. Malaria is a serious disease which causes fevers and chills.
But the good news is that you can treat malaria with medicine. There are 6 tiny daggers inside a mosquito's mouth that she uses to jab you. But somehow it doesn't hurt very much.
That's because the mosquito injects you with saliva that makes your skin go numb. Maybe she's got a heart after all. A termite nest is like a big office building. Most termites never see... Termites live in large...
Are you sure this isn't really a leaf, Keisha? It has a stem, and it looks like some insect's been chewing on it.
Now you see it, now you don't. The amazing leaf butterfly. When they fly around, leaf butterflies show off their brightly colored top sides of their wings. It's their way of attracting a mate and saying, "Look at me."
But when they're resting and want to be invisible, they fold their wings. A neat trick. Are you sure this isn't...
Assassin bugs are bloodsuckers. Some attack other bugs, and some go after mammals, including people.
How gruesome.
And I'm talking about their nice side.
Owl butterflies are very large butterflies with one enormous eye spot on the underside of each wing, giving the appearance of a large-eyed predator. To view the other cards you've collected, click on the arrows.
Are you ready to quit? See you back on the bus another time.